and gentlemen of YouTube of the world, welcome back to another Kyle Minger Show video. And today, guys, it's the season final for Miss Marvel episode 6. So before I continue to say now, I'm getting a little bit excited here. So if you guys are new and just coming to the Kyle Minger Show, you guys don't know exactly what I do, and you guys are just returning, you guys know exactly what I do. For all those new people, I never just do reviews for Netflix, Disney Plus. When I go see movies in theaters, most of it's the blockbuster movies coming out. But sometimes I do go see some of the odd movies in theaters too. So it's sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But just catch on those. And sometimes I'll do theater videos, gaming videos, unboxing videos, which I haven't done any of those in a long little while. But like I said in the last couple of videos, I've been thinking about a theory that I want to do for X-Men at one point. And it's about Charles Xavier, and just stay tuned for that future video. I'm not sure when I want to do it, but it's still in my mind. It's still ticking in there, and so stay tuned for that future video. And so yeah, today, guys, I'm going to be doing a review for Miss Marvel episode 6, and it's called No Normal. And I've been hearing a lot of great spectacle theories on this episode today, and a lot of people are saying it is giving a start of a certain generation of heroes that we all know of in the comics. I'm not going to say as much, but I will find out for myself. It is 47 minutes long for the episode, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to see what all the hype is about, because I'm getting super excited, and maybe it might be a start of something in the near future of Marvel and the MCU, so I'll see you guys a little soon. Hey guys, so I am back, and oh my god, this episode was just out of this world. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of people breaking down on this episode today, and I'm going to be one of those people where I'm actually super excited about this because, there's one thing I want to mention about it, but I don't want to mention it yet, but let's get straight to the beginning of the episode, through the episode. So, at the beginning, we notice, Kamala and her friends find out that, she's, Nightlight, and she still hasn't, figured out a good name for it yet to be her superhero name. So during the process, she's trying to help Bruno and how do you pronounce that guy's name that his mom died to close that gate from the last episode. So I just brought up the cast on my phone. So I made sure I did a screenshot so I can pronounce these names properly. So the guy who supposedly her mom got passed away from closing that gate. His name is Cameron. So Cameron gets hit with this, remember I mentioned he gets hit by this energy wave, and he somehow got powers like Kamala. So Bruno is trying to help Cameron to escape the country and get back to Pakistan, and so he could be safe from the damage control people. So during the process, Kamala and a few others, and Zoe, that Zoe chick from the popular girl in school, she does a whole bunch of those TikTok things, and she has a whole bunch of followers, and she literally figured out that Kamala was the one that actually saved her from the Avenger Con situation. So I thought that was kind of interesting in a way, and was like, okay, so I had a feeling she would probably figure it out, that she was, that Kamala was actually the one that actually has those weird abilities. So, but yeah, and then eventually, her in the last episode, her mother finds out that she actually has those powers, and then eventually in this episode, she opened up to the rest of her family, and she's like, yeah, I'm Nightlight. So now her father knows, her brother knows, and her brother's wife knows, and she's saying sorry to her brother and his soon-to-be wife. They say, yeah, I'm sorry for what happened at your wedding. That was not unintentional. And they said, it's like, well, you're the one that dropped that kid from the sky, but she didn't mean to because she was having a vision. So, but yeah, so yeah, the kid's mother's name, I can't really, it's kind of hard to remember and how to pronounce the name. So just give me just a little slack, because it's hard for me to remember all this stuff. And her Camran's mother's name is Najima. Najima. There we go. So Najima was the lady that actually closed that big gate before it was trying to destroy things in Pakistan. So Najama was, the one was trying to, kill Kamala and try to take the brooch or bracelet or whatever she has on her arm. And during the process, she sacrificed herself in order to preserve her protection and love for her son, uh, Kamran. Yeah, sorry, just I gotta keep on looking at my phone at this screenshot so I can make sure that I pronounce the names properly. But yeah, so then how you pronounce that guy's name? Kareem. Yeah, Kareem. So Kareem. So Kareem was the guy that in the last episode that was trying to was actually attacking Kamala in Pakistan, and that guy with the red bandana on his face, that guy. So during the process, during the episode, Kamala decided to call him and ask him if he could actually help to take Cam Cam bleh, come on Camran or Camran. Yeah, Camran. He's trying to get Camran out of the country back to Pakistan so he can be safe. But during the process, the damage control is trying to seize him, the event's individual, and Kamala at the same time. So they actually end up going to the high school and they're staking a plan so they can try to distract the DOA, the damage control, so he can escape. But before they go to the school, I want to mention this, but her mother, Kamala's mother, gave her a gift. So this, how can I say this? Kamala's mother gave her a gift. It was an outfit, and it's like, use this whenever you want to go out and protect your identity and stuff. So her mother gave her the iconic Miss Marvel outfit, and I gotta tell you guys, it looked awesome. So her mother made that outfit specifically for her to go out and be a superhero and save people. And I was like, wait, is that what I think it is? And she opens up and like, and has that little red bandana, like when she's walking around with those hover things. It's just waving in the air. It's like, there it is. There's iconic outfit. I was like, oh, I feel so happy because like I said, lately I've been watching Avengers Assemble on Disney Plus, and Miss Marvel is in mostly a lot of the episodes, and she did actually debut in I think the last show, the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. She did somewhat show up near the end of that show. So, but in Avengers Assemble, in the Secret, I'm actually on the Secret Wars season right now. I think it's season 4. I think I'm on. Yes, I think I'm on season 4 on Avengers Assemble, and it's in Secret Wars right now. And I'm on the part where I'm on the episode where the Avengers and Kamala and everyone else are trapped on this war planet made by the Beyonder. Now, the Beyonder, took parts of, Asgard, Earth, and a few other places onto this war planet, and he's having everybody to, face off these creatures. And, yeah, it was a weird way to introduce the Beyonder in that show. It's kind of interesting. And then during the process, they kind of introduced Moon Knight in a weird way, because part of Egypt, a pyramid showed up in that planet, and Iron Man and Captain America and Black Widow help Iron Man take this Sylvan spear, and yeah, I won't mention too much about it, but yeah, it was kind of weird to introduce Moon Knight because he was in this pyramid, and yeah. But anyways, Miss Marvel on the other fact, so the entire episode, after she gets that iconic outfit, she wears it. She goes to help Bruno and Camran. And so they figure out a plan. Him and a few others like Zoe, her brother, and yeah. So they figure out a good plan to, dispel the damage control. So there's a little montage of them going through the school, trying to dodge their way out of the away from the damage control SWAT team or whatever you want to call them. And near the end, it was kind of interesting, and so somewhat Cameron and Kamala kind of have a somewhat a little fight with each other because he finds out that she was kind of not telling the truth how his mother died, and he was going on a rampage, destroying some parts of the school, and then he decides to go outside to try to attack the damage control for somewhat somewhat like I guess like interfered how he got to he got to jail in the first place by them and by her mother and a few others, which they all died because in the Pakistan situation in the last episode. So and then there's this big light shows between Karam and Kamala, and Kamala is helping to swat projectiles away from the citizens that were back a couple ways, and she was able to catch a car that Karam accidentally was trying to shoot at the damage control lady. I don't remember her name by heart. I think it's on the cast list here. I don't know if I actually was able to catch it. No, I did not. But yeah, she was about to get squashed, but not only the fact her boss told her not to engage with the advanced individuals, but she didn't listen and actually just disobeyed his orders and it just freaking raided the school, and now she's in trouble, and now she's gonna be suspended from her job because she disobeyed his orders in a way. I was like, oh boy. But yeah, so and then after that, Kamala was able to calm Karam down, and he's slowly trying to adjust to his somewhat new abilities, and then she was able to make a hole in the street, and she made this like a cool like purple like sphere so he can crawl down, and then the damage control decided to make their ways of trying to capture her. And everyone in the crowd swoops right in there, surrounds Kamala. Well, Miss Marvel, whatever, she hasn't figured out her name yet, so they wouldn't be able to capture her. And during the fact, everyone was so nice, like, she's a hero. She didn't attack us. Leave her alone. And she's like, no, we're gonna get her. And then you can see Kamala just like jumping around in the sky with those like platforms running away, and I can see that little bandana red thing just flapping around. It's like, oh, that's so cool. And during the process, when she was having a little situation, when she was having a little fight situation with Karam, she actually embiggered herself with her powers, and it actually looked pretty awesome here. She made her arms long, and she was almost like I guess 7 feet tall, but it looked pretty awesome. That form was like I think she actually somewhat now knows how to activate her powers and now understands how to use them. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, now there's the iconic, like, somewhat version that she's supposed to be in the comics and probably somewhat in the shows. But I still don't like the fact how, Kevin Feige decided to change her powers, and now she has cosmic somewhat powers, and yeah. But she left the crime or scene or whatever, the fight scene, and then it led up to her house, and then we've got to see her situation with her and her dad. And her dad's is like, I'm sorry for things, what happened, and then she explains like why him and her father and her mother wanted to have another child because they thought they would never survive, like having a son. So they had a daughter, and the reason why they called her Kamala, the meaning in the meaning for Kamala in Pakistan means miracle. What did he say? Miracle. There was another word, and then another word he mentioned was Marvel, and he said basically, it's like, you are Miss Little Marvel, and she smiled and she called next to her dad, and I think he just gave her because she asked her like, you still will figure out a name for yourself for your superhero thing, and he's like, no, she hasn't. But when he said that, after he was having a little talk, and then he mentioned that her, what her name meant in Pakistan. And the last part when he said Marvel, and she's just like Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and he's like, who is that again? Because he doesn't know, all this like Avengers got it people. This is like because he's unknown by it. It's like he's like, okay, I don't know who that is, but sure. So yeah, so she has an idea of what to call herself, and then after it was the end of the episode, and then Kamala runs off, and then she basically, goes up, looks out the city, and then it says after that she runs off again, and then it says 1 week later, and then after 1 week later, Kamala meets up with Bruno and one of her other friends. During the process, Bruno, when she was doing those tests on Kamala, like how her powers activated, like where her powers came from, and during the process, okay, this is the part I mentioned earlier on the video. So remember when I mentioned at the beginning of the video there was to be a big surprise about a certain series back in the past, how they were going to introduce it into the MCU? So here it is. So here is what I'm getting too excited. So Bruno was mentioning to Kamala, like, I think I got my calculations wrong, but when we did our first test with your powers, and she's like, what do you mean? Well, I don't think it, he said, basically in his own words, I don't think your powers are originating in your thing. So I did a background check with the genes in your family, and it's all in your family. It's like, basically he's saying, your powers aren't even, how can I say this? Basically, it's in your genes, and it's a mutation. And she's just like, she's really like, what do you mean? And then she's like, I don't know, I want to get into this right now. And then they buggered off. As soon as I heard that word, I was like, wait, mutation, genes, it's part of her family. Dudes, we got the mutants! The mutants exist in the MCU now! That's how they introduced them! Holy crap, we got the X-Men in there somehow, but the mutants are in there. Yes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, that's how, I guess that's how they introduced the X-Men in the MCU. So, Kamala is actually, in fact, a mutant. But, the only problem about that, in Avengers Assemble, Kamala is actually an Inhuman. So, how's that gonna work? I mean, I know they Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige changed a lot of things about her characteristics of her character, but I don't know. I guess they'll figure out a good way for this, but I mean, she is in fact an Inhuman, not really a mutant, but I guess they'll somehow explain it in another future show. So, and then then after that, the episode ended, and it showed it showed another clip where it showed Kamran going back to Pakistan, meeting up with the other good dude, Kareem. There we go. And so he's safe in Pakistan, and then the episode ended, and then so that was the end of the episode, and that's all I gotta say. So I think the rating for this episode, I think it's gonna give a spot on 5 out of 5. Just because when I heard that mutation thing by Bruno, I was like, wait, are you serious? So I wonder how that's gonna work. So is everybody else like in LA or New York? Sorry, actually I don't know how to explain this in the moment, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, so we got introduced by mutants. And same thing with Kamran. So he has I'm guessing he has the mutations too. I would think him and his entire family would too, because it would make a lot of sense. I don't think that big energy wave that hit him in the last episode probably just activated his powers. He didn't get given by those powers. I think his powers and his genes activated, and he was able to use them. So that's what I'm theorizing, because, you know, why would that big energy pulse, you know, latch onto him and all of a sudden he's got powers? So I think he actually is actually a mutant too, but he has the same abilities like Kamala. But I think that'll be just another theory for another time. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed the show. It was great. I know I was a little confused at the beginning because, you know, the situation with her new somewhat characteristics from Marvel Studios and how they change their powers. But I do like the fact it is a little bit different, that rather like similar to Mr. Fantastic. But I'm still a spectacle on it. But, you know, it's all right. I actually really like it. But here's another big kicker. So at the after the credits are done with the Miss Marvel credits were done, there was a little somewhat post credit scene where Kamala was on her bed, and then all of a sudden her brooch or whatever it is starts glowing, and then she stands up and looks a little closer, and then she gets sprinkled around, gets launched at the closet, and you know who comes out of her closet? Captain Marvel. I was like, wait. How did Carol Danvers get in her house, get in her room, and she's looking around, and Carol sees all these like posters and like pictures of her like in this person's room, is like, okay, but yeah, that's and then after it shows on the screen, Miss Marvel will return in The Marvels. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Oh, I'm super excited for the next future adaptation of Miss Marvel. I don't think there's gonna be another season for Miss Marvel. I think this was just a limited series. So she said she will be back in The Marvels. So, oh boy, I am getting excited. Woohoo! So that concludes it, guys. This is my full review for Miss Marvel. And I hope you guys really enjoyed down this road with a whole bunch of the Marvel shows, Star Wars shows, and there are more going to be coming out soon. And not even next month, Andor is coming out. I don't remember what day, but just stay tuned for that show review, because it's going to be awesome. Because I heard they already did season 1, and then they're in the works of season 2 already. So I was like, okay. But yeah, so good. Thank you guys for watching. So whatever you guys are in the world, morning, good afternoon, and I'll catch you guys next time on the next comedy show, probably this weekend. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next, but I think I have a pretty good idea. I think I might do a review for the Umbrella Academy season 3. Yes. And then soon, the new show for Resident Evil, the live-action adaptation series, is coming out, I think, tomorrow? Yes. So I'll probably be doing a review for that when I can. It's just like lately I've been watching other shows, so it's just like I'm bumping into other things. So just keep an eye out for it, and yeah. So catch you guys next time, and see you guys in my next following video. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you guys can get notified when I do post. And I'll catch you guys in the following episode. Woohoo!